And very, very excited to be joined by Sincere McCormick. And Sincere, man, all right, let's begin here. Take me through, what does the moment look like when you find out that we have the new contract, around the 53, the whole deal?
It was just, it was exciting moment. I was the first person I called, my mom and my dad and my entire family. It's just something that I've been working for a very long time, and something that I've spoken to existing, honestly, in the beginning of the year, training camp, and just been working my butt off from day one, and continues to show people that, I deserve to, have that spot, and constantly just, excited that, it finally came to fruition. Yeah.
So how's that work though? Is like, does your agent call you? Does AP talk to you? Like, how does the logistical aspect of all that kind of work out?
Yeah, my agent called me. They talked to me. They told me, like, we got some exciting news that there's a contract, and they end up signing me up to take me upstairs and signing the contract. And I was just like so happy. I'm just like, man, this dream come true. Like, just hard work and dedication truly pays off.
We were talking on the way up here, you've been here for a minute, right? Like, you've been here since May of 22, and
Yeah.
and you kind of had the injury setbacks, you kind of have to wait your turn. Like, is there any time during that, 2.5 years now, you're like, man, I don't know if this is going to be the spot for me?
I mean, you do have doubts, but like Tom said, doubt equal out. But, I got a great support system. They was behind me, just continue just to have that mindset that just continues every day that you out there, you practicing like it's a game, and somebody's going to eventually see you, And I constantly, like, every day, just talking to the guys, just keeping, being in that spirit, because it can be a mental challenge at the end of the day. But, as long as you keep your foot on the pedal and keep just showing out, that it's going to come true.
How do you, I think it's, we hear, and in the best ways, like athletes across the board, it's like, hey, you just got to stay ready, right? You never know when it's going to be your day, when it's going to be your moment. But like, going through the course of an NFL season, right? How do you stay ready knowing that, hey, this might not be the week, and next week might not be the week, but 7-8 weeks down the road, like, I got to be ready to rock. Like, there's no time for me to kind of ramp up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, when you have practice, you got to constantly, like, play it like it's a game. So when your number's called, it's like you was already ready for it. Just, take it back to the time, like, the two backs I got injured and I got called up just the first carry, and I took off for 10, 11 yards. Like, a lot of people surprised. I wasn't, because I was already prepared for that moment, because it's the same thing that I practice and constantly do in practice. It's like you see it, you kind of feel it, you do it in the game. It's like you already know what you're capable of.
First carry, going back to the Broncos game, first carry against the Broncos, what was that like?
I mean, it was just a moment like, I'm really here. I'm really playing in the NFL game. I'm living my dream. I'm out here. I'm continuing just to ball. And that first carry, that first snap, everything just felt like slow motion. It's like, oh, like, I'm really doing this. And then everything just happened in the blink of an eye. But again, like, I wasn't surprised, but I was just more excited for that moment.
What was that kind of like in the huddle, right? When like, oh shoot, like this is coming for me. Like, this is go time for me.
Yeah, like, it's like the anticipation there. You excited, like, you just constantly like, oh, I'm about to get it. Like, your anxiety gets up, but you just like, you happy. And I like fully enjoyed the whole entire moment that I was out there, around the people, just around the guys, and I know the ball is coming at me, and I'm just excited, because I'm like, oh yeah, it's time to show the world what they've been missing out.
And I'm glad you brought up some of the guys that you get to go through this with, because, you really look at this team over the past, 4, now going on to 5 weeks, that cohesion on the offensive line, and it's been the same guys going out there doing their thing. For a running back, how important is it to have those big fellas up front be the same 5 guys and giving them an opportunity to kind of gel and put their best foot forward?
Yeah, we all connected. We all a family, all a brotherhood. It's just like, hey, I break a play, it's because of those guys. Without them, it's not, nothing's happening. And just to have that communication and have that family and that brotherly bond is like most important, because it's like, once you have success, everybody has success. If they have success, you have success, and it's kind of just work back and forth. We all connected together, and we just all like one big happy family too.
And I know he's been primarily working with the offensive line, but I know you've gotten a chance to kind of be around him. The team has in general, and Joe Philbin. Like, what have you kind of seen from Joe over these past couple of weeks, since he kind of had that new elevated role in the work that he's done with offensive line?
He was already prepared. I mean, honestly, he already kind of just filling that role naturally. With him, he, his next level to the game and to the guys, he actually give them the details to what they need to understand, and he holds each guy accountable. And just to have him around, kind of, the guys look up to him and have a lot of respect for the guy.
At this point in the year, right, we're still discovering so many things about this team, right? We're still discovering what this team can do well, the areas obviously they need to get better at. But when you look at the run game in particular, it seems like it's something that has gotten better and better. And it's taken a little bit of time to kind of find that rhythm. But like, what about the run game kind of makes you excited and optimistic as we come down the final month here?
And just like you said, it's changing. I'm glad I get to have my own little spin to it a little bit, just to be able to achieve the goals that we haven't been hitting, getting those yards and being proceeding and continue to grow every time that I touch the rock. And like at the end of the day, like it's just something that we all like continue to strive for, just to have that run game, because that should be our mentality every time we hit the field.
And it's so interesting too, and obviously not a surprise, but the team has found more success when you guys have had that balance, right? When you have been able to kind of balance a rushing attack with what Aiden and the quarterbacks are doing behind center there. But shift ahead now to Tampa. Like when you look at this defense, a defense that it feels like year after year after year, stout, a big front. Like what kind of stands out to you when you look at the Tampa defense?
The way we practice is the way we play out there in the field, and that's a lot of things that we are looking forward to in this game that we are going to showcase out there this Sunday.
Sincere, before we let you go, still kind of so much of this fan base is still getting to learn you and know what you bring to the table and kind of the aspects of your game that you can really help this offense down the stretch. What do they need to know? What's something about your game underrated that the fan base needs to be a little bit more aware of?
That I can do everything. Like I'm very versatile in everything that any situation they put me through. That I'm capable of a lot more. Like there's still a lot more in stories that I haven't tapped in, and they're just gonna have to wait and find out.
There we go. Well, I like it, man. Hey, on a serious note, congratulations on all the success we were talking about on the way up, man. Just such a cool story that, a story of perseverance, a story of resilience, a story of just like you said, staying ready and never knowing when your number's gonna be called. Well, we hope your number's called a lot this Sunday in Tampa. Best of luck the rest of the way, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, brother?
Thank you. Appreciate it.